Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. We are returning to day 3. Sorry, it's been a little while since I recorded. It's kind of a big production since I'm not used to it, and it took me like an hour to set up today. It was kind of ridiculous, so hopefully I'll be posting a little more regularly. So let's just check out these books real quick. There's like a lot of stuff in here, so I just want to show you really quickly like what they look like. So the important words will be highlighted. It's really basic stuff though, so we don't really need to go through all of it, but it's a lot of information, so if you're like a first-time player, this is the kind of stuff that will really help you make sure that you know everything that you need to know to be successful. And it is extraordinarily early in the morning. Let's see if our cow is awake. Oh no. It's lagging just a little bit. Let me close background stuff. Let's see if that helps. Remember, being indoors does not make the clock stop in this game, so no matter where I am, the clock does keep on ticking. Hi there! Have some feed. You know you want it. There you go. Baby, are you gonna... Thank you. Sorry about that, one of my cats is not feeling well, so I'm asking my husband to maybe look in on him. Milk, don't leave me. I need to milk you. You know you like it. Pumpkin is joining us again today, sitting kind of halfway on my lap, halfway next to me. And we got 4 milks again today because we take such awesome care of our cow and she loves us so very much. So I'm going to go check and see if we have some foraging opportunities up here. There can be flowers, as we saw before. I'm not entirely sure how often they respawn. So I might end up doing a little bit of extraneous checking, but we're not that pressed for time that it's going to be a problem to check up. And there they are. Good thing we came here. And today we are going to be getting the fishing rod, and I am so excited because fishing is actually not that bad in this game. I've been playing the Harvest Moon N64, trying to do a hardcore run, and the fishing in that game is so frustrating that this one should be a nice contrast for me, at least. It's the very first Harvest Moon I played, the N64 one, and I really like it, so maybe I will do that at some point in the future as Let's Play. We're talking about this Harvest Moon for now, and we will not be visiting the sprites because there's really no point to. It's not like we can get any kind of friendship out of them. They don't benefit us pretty much at all. Can't really give them presents, so they're fairly useless in this game. And we're probably going to do our best to ignore them. They might pop up on their own here and there, but we're not going to go out of our way to find them, or seek them out. That should be everything. Oh, sneaky flowers. I think that Van, the traveling salesperson from whom we will be buying our fishing rod, is not going to be open until afternoon. So, what shall we do? look, there's Murray. We can say hi to him. And his flies. I hope they're flies. If they were like giant fleas, that'd be really weird and gross and scary. Okay, Murray, you are a creepy motherfucker. Okay, sorry. I am going to try to keep the cursing down, but it's probably going to slip out. Oops. Wrong button. You can tell I haven't played this in like a week. No. Oh, I do not want any of these buttons at all. What I'm trying to do is open... There we go! Okay, so now I know what button that is. Yay! Hopefully I won't be taking that long in between recording sessions again. I really do want to play this game, so don't think that I don't. I do. I've actually not played through this entire game before. I played it on the GameCube, and that version ended when you finish the game, and that kind of disheartened me a little bit to playing it at all. So I played through the first, I want to say 2.5 chapters, because my kid was, like, young, but not, like, baby young. They were, like, 8 or 9, somewhere around there, so I think that's chapter 3. Because chapter 1, of course, is being a bachelor, and then chapter 2 will be being a father with a very young child, and then chapter 3, they're kind of a middle child. And that's as far as I've gotten, but I presume that chapter 4 would be an older child, and chapter 5 would either be that they're young adults and about ready to strike out on their own, or they are completely adults, in which case I'm not entirely sure what they would do. But fortunately, because this is the PS2 version, the game doesn't end after you play through all the chapters. Then you kind of get to do more of a sandbox mode where it's not chapter driven anymore like the rest of the game, where in chapter 1 at the end you actually have to get married if you want to continue the game at all. And it automatically gives you a kid. You can't not have a kid. So it's a lot more linear than most of the other Harvest Moons. Even the spin-offs, the Rune Factory games, didn't really force you to do anything in particular. You could still take your time, and you could choose to or not to do certain things. But I don't necessarily mind. New things aren't always terrible. I'm glad they didn't do that for all of the Harvest Moons, but you know, doing something different here and there is not a bad thing. It's kind of funny when you talk to real Harvest Moon enthusiasts. They'll have certain games that they'll say, well, that's not really Harvest Moon, and they'll give different reasons for it, and it's always kind of funny to me because it's a franchise. I mean, they can put their name on anything they want to put their name on. It's not really up to us to say what's true to the nature of the business and what isn't. It's a franchise. They make video games. They put their name on their product when they're done with it, and if they say it's Harvest Moon, then by gosh, it is. Even some of the other ones that are kind of weird have some of the same principles, I think. Like Innocent Life, which came out on the PSP exclusively, I want to say, if I recall correctly, where you're the main character and you're actually a robot. You were built. And because you're a robot, you don't really get to get married, because that'd be some form of pornography or niche, weird sexual fetish to have a robot and a human together. Technically, you weren't really a robot because you were on 2 legs, you were an automaton, but anyway. The story is a lot different because it's set so far in the future that the futuristic aspects of it make it not be rural, and also the areas that you could explore were so much vaster and a variance that you don't see in the regular Harvest Moon games like this, where it's basically one village and some wilderness area, and that's pretty much it. Where in Innocent Life there was a desert area, there was an ocean area, there was the village. I mean, it was huge. You could get lost, and because I'm prone to getting lost, I often did. That's actually one of the things that I like about this game, is that because the area is so small, I almost never get lost. And I say almost because even I can get lost in such a small area, because I am me, and I can get lost pretty much anywhere. Why aren't they open? What day is today? Long button. Let's try that again. Aha. Okay. Huh. They should be open. I don't know why they're not. Oh well. So thinking about whether or not we're going to sell our milks today. There's really no pressing reason to or not to. We just don't really need the money quite yet. We'll need it at the end of spring, because I want to buy a bunch of turnip seeds, and I would like to get the pond as soon as possible so that we can get ducks as soon as possible. Which also means we're going to have to get chickens. I think you have to have chickens before you can get the ducks. Not 100%. We'll figure it out. Slowly, as we watch ourselves run at a pace that would make snails envious. It just looks like it's everybody's day off. How nice for them all. If I remember correctly, there will be some flowers in this area come summer. And also down here by this log. Is the hippie in? No, of course not. Nobody is where they should be. And I have no idea why. Most other Harvest Moons have festivals of some kind, and whenever there is a festival, the villagers will be busy with that, and so they wouldn't be in their normal spots. But this game doesn't really have festivals as such, so that really shouldn't be a factor in any case. I'm also going to be splitting these up into 15-minute segments, or at least I'm going to try to, if I can keep an eye on the time. Hoping that... hi, Van. I will be right there. Because I want fish. They will make me so much money. Where was I? Ah, yes. Breaking it up into 15-minute increments. That way I can actually kind of make them be separate segments. And also, hopefully, that will make it so that maybe, I mean, if it makes sense, that I could do a bunch of recording in one sitting, but then I'd post them over a couple of days so that it doesn't seem like I'm binging on recording. But I am. I totally am. I just think it's easier this way for me. I mean, if it takes an hour to set something up, I don't really want to just do it for 20 minutes and then take it down again and have to do it all over again later. And I will give you a flower because I have so many flowers. I have an abundance, a perpetuity of flowers that you don't want. Okay, fine. Don't. He must be in that spot of not accepting gifts. So bizarre. And no. So we can actually open our own independent shop whenever we feel like it. And I might show you guys that a little bit later, but not right now. So this is 15 minutes. I'll be right back.